What's up, peoples? This is MapCRim over here for another Wi-Fi battle. This Wi-Fi battle is round 4 of KwandaoRen's theme tournament. It is versus ibrigadier. He leads off with a fucking mammoth swine, and I lead with guard jump, and I'm like, fuck no, so I switched to my Mew. He sets up rocks and shit, and I'm like, whatever, I'll set up my own rocks. And all that fun stuff. Oh, by the way, I don't know his theme. He never told me, and I can't figure it out. Although I haven't really tried to figure it out, but still, whatever. So yeah. Anyways, so I go for the Dragon Tail here, and I miss, and I'm like, what the fuck? And yeah, because, you know, now I'm just gonna take more damage, I have the soft boiled up again, and I'm like, god fucking waste of time. So, I really don't want him to get a crit, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna Dragon Tail, fuck max HP, and I Dragon Tail him into the Dragonite, which is awesome, because, you know, I know that this Dragonite can't kill me unless he has, like, Draco Meteor, or, like, Banded Outrage, whatever. So I go in for the soft boil, and he does switch back out into his Mammoth Swine, which I'm like, cool, that's nice. And so I go for Stone Edge, I'm for the crit, I guess. And I'm like, well, you crit me, I crit you. So I crit him with Psychic. It didn't really matter in the long run, because he just sends in this thing. Now, you're not actually supposed to have a Sandstorm Pokemon in this team. And your theme teams, that's Kwandao's rules. That you can't have a weather team. But his entire team isn't weather-based, he just has a random T-Tar. So, he's actually allowed to use it, which is stupid, but whatever, I really don't care. This T-Tar really did bother the fuck out of me, though. Because that Focus Punch did a shit ton. I mean, really, fucking, this Boa. It's a Tyrant Boa, which I was hoping it wasn't. Because, you know, Tyrant Boa, Fire Blast, Ice Beam, you know, Focus Punch, I mean, that just fucks my team. And you're not even allowed to have really T-Tar at all anyways, but whatever. Anyways, so I Drain Punch, it doesn't really do anything, and I'm like, fuck. So I switched to my Guard Chomp, hoping that he doesn't Will-O-Wisp, which he doesn't. He goes for Rest, which is quite random. I don't know if this is like a bulky Arcanine, but it has Rest instead of the Morning Sun, and the reason why you would have that is because, you know, Sandstorm weakens Morning Sun, which is kind of stupid, but I don't know why you would put that together, but whatever. So, fearing an Ice Beam, I go into my Pokey here, and I am like, yeah, yo, Ice Beam. Whatever. And I go for the Leech Seed, and I'm like, if you fucking freeze me, I'm going to slap your shit. Seriously. But yeah. I just get the Leech Seed off, and I'm like, cool. So I switch out, go into my Birdo so I can get some more HP from the Leech Seed, which I know, I actually predicted him to recover, but even if he did Ice Beam, I'm pretty sure I'd be fine. Because Leech Seed and shit. So, plus I don't think that Ice Beam really, no, it wouldn't have killed me. So, I actually predicted a switch, and I Dragon Tail him into his Tyrant Boa, which is the worst fucking thing I could do. And it pissed me off, so... fuck. Anyways, thinking, you know, Tyrant Boa. Most Tyrant Boas have Focus Punch, Fire Blast, and Ice Beam. So I'm pretty sure... not Focus Blast. Fire Blast. And I'm like, well, then King Boo could probably wall it pretty well, plus I do have the HP Fighting, which will probably kill it, but he ends up having Stone Edge, and seeing that he had Stone Edge, it's a fully offensive, physically offensive Tyrant Boa, which isn't, like, really a Tyrant Boa. But yeah, so now that I see he's physically offensive, I know his moves now. He probably has, like, Stone Edge, Focus Punch, Sub, and maybe Crunch, or Earthquake, for that matter. So I was pretty sure I can send in my Repulsion safely, and here I am, and I'm like, cool, I can Drain Punch for free. I don't know if he was faster. He could have been faster, so he could have Earthquake me. But if he had Crunch, then I guess he couldn't kill me, huh? So, never mind. Anyway, so I go for the Drain Punch, and knowing that he's switching to his Arcanine, but I really couldn't do anything at this point, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna Death Fire this thing. And seeing the rest of his team, I didn't really think Conkeldurr would actually do much, so I just kind of Death Fought it. And yeah. So, yeah, he gets hurt by the recoil and shit and whatever, and I send in my Magikarp, and I'm like, cool, I can kill this thing, but he ends up just staying in, go for the Extreme Speed, which is quite random. I really don't understand this set of an Arcanine, but whatever, it's whatever. So now he sends in his fucking Android, which is his, thing. Maybe he has, like, cell phones? I don't fucking know. Anyways, predicting the Ice Beam, I go back into my Poke, and I'm like, sweet, Leech Seed up, and, you know, Leech Seeds and shit, and yeah. So, get some more Leech Seed shit, and I'm like, sweet. And here I go for the Power Whip as he switches into fucking Tyrant Boa, get wrecked. So yeah, he gets fucking wrecked by a Power Whip, and I'm like, bitch, get owned. And yeah, slapped his shit with a fucking Power Whip, and yeah. Anyway, so now he sends in his Dragonite. Shenron? Maybe it is cell phones. I don't know if Shenron's a cell phone. Whatever. Anyways, so thinking that if he sent in Dragonite, I'm guessing he wants to use me as setup fodder. So I went for Leech Seed, hoping that he Dragon Dance, which he does, and I'm like, fuck yeah, Seeking. And yeah, he goes for the Roost, and I really wanted to just see how much Gyro-Well would do. And after the Roost, he actually does lose HP from what he was at the beginning of the turn, which is sexy and awesome. And seeing that he had a physically offensive Tyraniboa and that weird Arcanine, I was pretty sure he didn't have Fire Punch because he was more of all-out attacking attacks, not coverage attacks. So I was pretty sure he didn't have Fire Punch, which he does, and I'm guessing his last two moves was Earthquake and Dragon Claw. So, yeah. So, he tricks me at Choice Specs, I think, and, I just go for the Leech Seed. Sucks because now I'm locked in the Leech Seed and I can't really do anything, but yeah. So I sent in my Birdo, knowing that his last two Pokemon is his Porygon 2 and his, Jirachi. I was pretty sure that Garchomp would, take out the last two because, you know, Porygon 2 was already at low HP, plus I have Stealth Rocks up, I think. Do I have Yes, I do have Stealth Rocks up. So, yeah, I sacrificed my Birdo, my thing, and I sent in my Chain Chomp, and I'm like, dude, get wrecked by fucking Scarfed Earthquake. So, yeah, Earthquake actually doesn't take out his Jirachi, which kind of surprised me a little bit, but, you know, it doesn't really matter because I live the Psychic anyways, and I have Leech Seed, which will take it out. So, yeah, he dies from the Leech Seed, and Earthquake the Porygon 2. I do get a crit, but seeing how much the Stone Edge did do it before, I'm pretty sure the crit didn't matter anyways. Plus, I had, like, all this other shit to take it out, so it was fine. So, yeah, that was a good game. ibrigadier. I probably never really said that. ibrigadier. I think that's how you pronounce it. Pretty sure. So, yeah, that's round 4, which is awesome. I'm into the semifinal rounds of Elo's Tourney, along with Naranagi, and, yeah, and what me, Rev, and Naranagi predicted was that it was me, Rev, Naranagi, and Wild Chase was going to be the semifinals, and it's actually going to look like that if everything goes right. So, yeah, that'd be cool. And, comment, rate, subscribe, guys, and I'll see ya.